Good morning, everyone. Namaste. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael to cleanse this space, to clear out all negative and lower vibrations from our mind, body, and soul, home, and hearts. Placing the white light of protection around us with this blue seal. And we're going to be reading the final conclusion in regards to 12 laws to karma. If you haven't seen the 12 laws of karma, just click the link below. It's definitely to your benefit to start learning about the universal laws of karma. So the conclusion we are on is changing your karma. It says mindfulness transforms karma. When you sit down and do not let your impulses turn into actions, Zen experts say daily meditation can turn bad karma into good. Also Reiki, journaling, all that good stuff, grounding, getting out in the woods. Karma means B happened because it's related to A in some way. There is a root cause of everything that happens, and each cause has its own effect. Step and side effects, at least at a non-quantum level. In short, we talk about a person's karma, we mean the sum of the direction of a person's life and the things that happen around that person. They can cause current situations, actions, thoughts, and feelings and emotions. Most common mistakes about karma is to see it having a fixed density. In actuality, it is the sum of trends that can lock us into a particular behavioral pattern, which further creates a vicious cycle of similar patterns. So the more you create that karma of that particular pattern, the more you're going to see it over and over and over again. So you're doing yourself a disservice when you're driving down the road and somebody cuts you off and you flip them off and you get all crazy. You're going to continue to keep getting that over and over and over again until you learn that that is not how you handle it. You know, just let the person go, wish them well. Maybe they're in a huge hurry. You don't know the situation, but really just if you're sick of getting the same karmic lessons over and over again, you can tackle it and you can address it. Look at why you're receiving it, because it's not being given to you for no reason, and how you can overturn it, and ask God and your team of light to help them come in and help you to resolve that. It says, this way we become, it says, in actuality, the sum of trends that can lock us into a particular behavior pattern, which further creates a vicious cycle of similar patterns, the way we become a prisoner of karma. But it's not necessary to be an inmate of karma. We can always change our karma, but there is one moment when you have to change to break free of the vicious circle. Can you guess when that moment is? Watch your impulses. This is how mindfulness changes karma. When you sit down, you do not allow your impulses to turn into actions. At that moment, you only see them. When you look at them, you immediately see that those impulses in your mind come and go. So if you step away for a minute, take a couple of deep breaths, call on God, it might pass and you might not have to react the way that you're normally typically going to react. They have a life of their own. They are not you, and you do not have to follow them. So you don't have to follow your impulses. Not feeding or reacting to your impulses, you understand the nature of thoughts. This process of mindfulness burns up the destructive impulses with the concentration, equanimity, and non-doing at the same time, creatively, and creative impulses that are no longer pressed by turbulent, destructive ones. This mindfulness can reconnect the chains of action and their associated results. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there, but such interesting and informative information, and just know that I'm not speaking from a place of judgment. I'm speaking from a place that I have really tackled a lot of problems that were karmic cycles in my life, and how I did that is just understood that I was being tested every time I was in that moment. I knew I was going to be triggered. I knew I was being tested. So I was very mindful of what occurred and what came out of my mouth. and I stepped away if I couldn't control that situation. So it is something that you can tackle, and I highly recommend start getting off the karmic cycle and start living a life of peace. So I love you all. Have a blessed day, and namaste.